Hello friends and family from around the world, this is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on April 4th, 2023. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your space weather update, as well earthquakes, volcanoes, and world weather. Starting out here, always looking at our sun, 304 angstroms, still an active Earth-facing sunspot, hasn't released any more solar flares since yesterday. Seen a couple minor C-class, and that's about it. Looking at the last 48 hours incoming, pretty bright region on the left-hand side coming in. A little bit of activity there. That was at least one C-class solar flare that was detected. Look in the last 48 hours, outgoing. Lots of plasma filaments erecting from the surface here, especially in the northeast region, which is the left-hand side right there. Close look here at sunspot region that developed this week, as well the cresting sunspot region here with a little bit of activity. Closer look, some amazing imagery here of our sun today for April 4th, 2023. If you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Please share if you can, anywhere. And much love, everybody. I appreciate the community that we are all in here, staying aware and prepared. Looking at multispectrum, still an interesting plasma filament line across the northern hemisphere. Going to be keeping an eye on the next 3 days. Other than that, not too much was thwarted our way. No CMEs and no major solar flares. Having a look, 171 angstroms here. Little plasma tornado spinning in the northeast region. That was that plasma filament we are observing in 304 angstroms. Pretty active incoming sunspot region, and there are Earth-facing sunspots right now, as there are 5. Solar X-ray flux remains in a heightened C range. Couple minor C-class solar flares jetting out there. Geomagnetic activity sitting at KP2. Real-time solar wind sitting at 496 kilometers per second right now. Up to about 520 was a max. But notable here, the temperature 3.88, and as well density bunches 11.28. Things are starting to rise. ISWA space prediction spiral showing no new CMEs heading our way, but we do have a little bit of space weather stream coming in on the 10th into the 11th, and as well Mercury coming in for a retrograde for the middle of the month here. And you can see Mercury coming in on the LASCO 3 imagery here, showing the last 48 hours of events. No sun diving comets to note out. No UFOs. Just a cosmic dance party. And here we are with earthquakes. Just recently a 6.6 earthquake. This is breaking just now. 6.6 earthquake rocked Boca Chica, Panama at a 10-kilometer depth. And this was a region that has been warned the last couple days. It's been way too quiet. We also had a 6.2 earthquake in the Philippines, in Gigmoto, Philippines at a 15-kilometer depth. And that was this morning, followed by a 4.5 and a 4.7. Notable activity here in Nishinumote, Japan. As well, activity through Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu. Also this morning, a 5.9 earthquake struck Atacama, Chile, Colomar, Chile. Look at this video footage of somebody working in an office. Should have been under the desk. Instead, he's recording. Everything's shaking, almost off of his desk. So thoughts and prayers going out to anybody affected by earthquakes today. We've seen multiple large earthquakes, 6.6 just Panama, no tsunami watch or threat, as well the 5.9 here in Chile, 6.2 Philippines. Boy, oh boy, our earth is a shaking. Please share this video with your friends and family today. 4.8 earthquake here, Alianza, Peru. Minor activity, Puerto Rico, as well, a 5.4 earthquake there. Mexico, pretty quiet across the North American plate. 3.9 earthquake here, Pahala, Hawaii, Southeast Drift. Alaska seeing quite a bit of minor activity recently, but with still 217 earthquakes across the USGS. And here's our deepest earthquake, 541 kilometer depth, 4.8 in Fiji. 5.0 earthquake here was also reported today in Tunisia, 10 kilometer depth, pretty rare place for earthquakes, just after we saw some pretty rare earthquakes here in the Owen fracture zone. 5.0 earthquake as well, Nicobar Islands, India. About 217 earthquakes being reported the last 24 hours. That's according to USGS. Have a quick look here at the last 7 days for shakers. This is not including the 6.6 that just struck Panama. But as I said in the last few videos, we've been waiting for a larger, shallower earthquake to follow all of these deep earthquake events that we've seen this week. And I've been suspecting Central America for the past few days. And boom, 6.6 in Panama. Sizable earthquake there, Papua New Guinea this week. We're going to see some reaction here up into the Cascades. I'm sure of it over the next little bit. So heads up, stay aware and prepared. Having a look here, we've got tornado warnings across Kansas City, Missouri, as well as St. Louis and Des Moines, Iowa, Lincoln, Illinois, Quad Cities, Indiana. Thoughts and prayers going out to everybody affected this week. Extreme weather has been a hot topic. Having a look here at the most recent volcanoes getting updated. We've got Reventador in Ecuador. Yes, sir, in Vanuatu. Just reported 15 hours ago. As well, Nevadas de Ruiz in Colombia. Ebico in Russia. Aoba, Vanuatu. Many volcanoes today. Wow, Popo in Mexico. This is all just in the last 2 hours, folks. Our world is a-shaking. So come on over, baby. Whole lot of shaking going on. Sabancaya in Peru. Fuego in Guatemala. Bezimieni in Russia. Shevelich in Russia. Pretty sizable earthquake there. South Kamchatka. Santa Maria, Guatemala. Semeru, Indonesia. Sangay in Ecuador. This is quite a long list, folks. As well, awakening a day ago, Laguna de Mal in Chile, Cotopaxi in Ecuador. Wow, that was a lot of volcanoes getting updated today. Looking at satellite imagery just now, we had quite a big stream of moisture stretching across eastern Canada and extreme weather across the United States. Pretty interesting northern Pacific system here. As well, lots of moisture being drawn up from the equator. Big system there developing out of South China as well. And that seems to be a recurring process. These systems gaining strength through there. Overlooking Africa and Europe. 3 low pressure systems east of the Mediterranean there. Daily evaporation rains for Africa. Another low pressure system heading down that coast of North Africa. Having a look here at weather forecast for the next 5 days. Extreme weather will continue here for the next 24, 48 hours across the U.S. And some thunderstorm conditions and rain for Ontario for tomorrow as that big system rolls across, smashing into a high-pressure ridge, Gulf Stream hitting Texas at the same time as we're getting an equatorial push from the west. Watch for a big extreme weather breakout all along the Gulf states. As well, an intense low-pressure system moving up the west coast. will finally bring yet another low pressure system to the Pacific Northwest and an Alberta clipper across the Canadian prairies. Overlooking Europe, Africa, some extreme weather building for parts of Argentina and southern Brazil, as well. Big low pressure system heading up into Iceland and Greenland, North Atlantic. Other than that, no major systems here forecast. Overlooking the West Pacific, Southeast China, and Australia. Philippines could have a tropical cyclone here developing in the long-range forecast. Keeping an eye on that. As well, another tropical cyclone here forming northwestern Australia. Could be making landfall next Wednesday into Thursday. So heads up, everybody, stay safe, stay aware and prepared. That's what this channel is all about. We had a pretty big update today. We've got one of the fastest growing sunspots firing off C-class flares. We've got 6.6 earthquake, Panama, and larger earthquakes across the world. So thoughts and prayers going out to everybody affected. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your daily dew. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.